This video is powered by the EA Game Changer Network. Massive thanks to EA for inviting me to the FIFA 18 capture event to record today's video for you guys. Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lusty here. Welcome to another FIFA 18 Ultimate Team Squad Builder. So far I have done a very cheap squad that you could use as like a starter team. I've also done a very expensive squad featuring the likes of Ronaldinho and stuff. So you can check both of those out in the top right corner if you haven't done so already. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button on today's video. So the reason you're seeing the squad look like this with like a cover over the players is simply because I didn't get a chance to actually record the squad builder part with this team. So I've like done my best to hide them and we'll bring them in as I talk over the squad. Hope you guys don't mind. We were limited time at the capture event and I just didn't get a chance to record like the 5-minute intro bit that I would normally do. So in goal, we've got Leno, who's actually been downgraded from FIFA 17 to FIFA 18. He's now an 85 instead of an 86. Stats were very similar, though, when I was taking a little look. So I think he's still going to be a very, like, usable goalkeeper in the Bundesliga. Now we move on to my defence. Now this team is literally a couple of leagues, mostly Bundesliga and then some Premier League as well. It just featured some players I really wanted to use, and of course, without having absolutely everything at my disposal, it was a little bit difficult to get like hybrids going and stuff. So I thought maybe I'd just use some popular players that you guys might want to sort of find out about. So Piszczek was at right back. Next defender we've got up on the list is, of course, Socrates, who managed to fit into the top 100 players this year, being an 86 overall, 78 pace, 87 defending, and 84 physical. The 6'1" centre-back is actually going to be incredible. And he was great. From what I used him and a partnership of, well, him and Jerome Boateng, it was a monstrous partnership because, of course, they're both quite tall, Boateng being even taller, but slightly slower than Socrates, so they're a good little, like, duo to use. 75 pace, 88 defending, and 84 physical on the 6'4" centre-back. That is exactly what I was after, and I've got to say, really rock-solid duo at the back. We then got Danny Rose, who has been, of course, upgraded on FIFA 18 after a solid season with Tottenham last year. 82 rated now, 81 pace, 77 dribbling, 81 defending, 78 physical. Just pretty good stats across the board. He's looking pretty good. And, of course, as you can see on this particular screen, those are what the faces will look like on their cards. But I had to build, like, the player bio as well because, of course, I didn't, like I said earlier, actually create the squad builder. So there's been a lot of manual Photoshop input into this, but there will be some gameplay coming up, and I did actually use this squad. So we've got Tolisso coming in as an 82 rated player this year. He is probably 1 or 2 informs away from being like a club 80 player already, so hopefully he gets some game time at Bayern and does really well in the Bundesliga, because we could be seeing a great player. Well, if he performs anywhere like he did last year in La Liga, it's going to be good. And then we got Nabi Cater, who's had a massive upgrade but a massive pace downgrade. I literally think he's had -7 overall pace, which I don't quite understand. A lot of players have been downgraded in the pace department. Maybe it's just for, like, I don't know, maybe it's just FIFA 18, that's just the case. But Moussa Dembele comes in as a Tottenham link to Danny Rose. Again, really solid across the board. He's got 85 dribbling and 84 physical this year. That's just crazy with someone who's got 4-star skill moves. I really like the look of that. And this whole squad was built because I wanted to use this front three. I wanted to try and get some clips with Ousmane Dembele, with Son, and with Werner. Now, of course, you're seeing a Barca badge on this Dembele. When we were at the capture event, he was at Dortmund, so that's how I linked him in the Bundesliga. But, of course, when the game comes out, he will be a Barca player. He'll also be a ones to watch, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend picking that up because, of course, he has just been declared, like, unfit to play for, like, 4 months. He's out injured for, like, 4 months. I'm not quite sure what he's done, but that is a huge amount of time to be missing in this season, which really sucks for him after getting his big money move to Barcelona. Son then with the 4-star skill, 5-star weak for 82 rated this year. Cannot wait to maybe get him into a squad at the start of the game as well. And I figured like a front three like this, including Timo Werner here, would be a really great like I don't know, like inspiration for a squad that you might want to get towards like the first weekend league. If you are able to get Son, Werner and Dembele into your first weekend league squad, I think you're doing things right, especially if you're doing it on account where you're not spending any money. You will have done really, really well to earn players like that, because I do think they might cost a little bit. And of course, players like Boateng and Socrates are going to be very expensive at the start of the game. So this is not a budget squad whatsoever. It's just a mix of Premier League and Bundesliga players that I thought you guys might want to see. And as it happens, like Dembele fits in there because of the capture event like database that he was at Dortmund still. So I score a goal with Tolisso right here. His player face actually looks really good this year. I know he was covering it up with the Dybala celebration, but I've got to say, from quite a few games of using him, seemed really solid. He's also got that hybrid factor as well, a little bit like Ousmane Dembele, where he is French in a different league, and there's always lots of great French players on FIFA, so to be able to like hybrid and stuff is a good option with someone like Tolisso, linking him to the likes of, I don't know, even like Thiago and Vidal, all of the great Bayern players. He's a really good hybrid player there. And then we also get a goal with Timo Werner. I'm pretty sure that might have been the only goal that I got with him. Because for some reason he was just offloading the ball to my two wingers. I guess I was trying to get clips with Dembele and Son a little bit more. I'm not too sure, but it happened that way. So yeah, fair enough. Whoever was scoring, I was just letting it happen, trying to play like normally. And whichever player was in like the best position to score would be the person that I played the ball to. It just so happens that Heung-min Son and Ousmane Dembele were the ones that were really getting the goals. I think I've also got like a Hamsik goal at the end of this one, because he was offered out, as you can see in that bottom left corner there, like the quick substitute option popped up, and Hamsik was obviously on my bench, so I just brought him on at some point, and I think he scored a goal, so that's gone in this squad builder as well. And as you can see, I've got like Dybala on right now. Again, it would have been a quick substitution suggestion later on in the game where it said, hey, do you want to bring Timo Werner off for Dybala? And at the time, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So that's why you're seeing certain little different players from what the actual starting 11 is as we go through these clips. That and the fact that like my teams would just change all the time. I'm really struggling to get all of my clips out. That 3 days worth of recording, you sort of get a little bit muddled when you're trying to make loads and loads of videos for both myself and FUTWIZ. It gets a bit crazy up in there sometimes. So I actually can't wait until the full game comes out and I'm just like recording on my main Mac here at home, and everything is in order and I can get like proper content out for you guys as soon as possible. But just once again, a huge thank you to all of you for the support that you've shown lately. I've actually been loving it so far. You've been super nice in the comment section, the likes, the just overall like support on these videos recently has been outstanding. I really do appreciate that. And of course, there's so many of you new guys joining every day. A massive welcome to you. Hope you stick around and want to look forward to like the FIFA 18 content as it really does start to pile out on my channel right now. I can't wait to be producing like double uploads every day for you for as long as I possibly can, as well as player reviews over on the FUTWIZ channel. Of course, you can always find them in my description below. I do at least 4 player reviews per week, and at the start of the game, it's going to include some of these sort of cheaper players that people are going to want to get in their first weekend league teams and all of that sort of stuff. So I highly recommend you go and subscribe over there. So, got a few more goals to show you then. I think that wraps up Heung-min Son's goals. Not too shabby at all. He was actually very fun to use. We then get the ball over here to Tolisso, plays it to Ousmane Dembele. And I think after a while, after quite a few games, I managed to score an alright amount of goals with Dembele. He was featuring in a couple of different teams for me, so it got a little bit confusing sometimes which clips were from what team. But I think all the goals that he scored for me here are from this particular squad. There were a lot of times where we would go into a game and either like I would get booted off the servers or the person that was playing me wasn't on the correct console, so when someone popped over to want to use their console we had to quit the match. So his goal to game ratio really didn't sort of represent what he actually was for me, but it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, like, it was just fun to use these players. I wasn't focusing on getting the ball to certain people and stuff. I guess the only player that I did that with was probably Ronaldinho, just because he's that good that you always want to be on the ball with the Brazilian. But I've done a couple of videos on him, and if you haven't already seen those, they're on my channel from the weekend, so just click back onto my channel, check out the squad builder and check out the random pick, both of which feature the 91 rated icon Ronaldinho, who scores some freaking belters for me. I'm sure you will enjoy. So that was the last goal that we got with Dembele right there. Like, the defence just kind of, well, it just sort of fell back to me, and the defence was very open. He scores on that left foot. And then we get this final goal with my substitute, Hamsik. It's a really nice goal to end things on. The keeper even gets a touch on that one, which is interesting to know that the ball can still go in the back of the net when the keeper does make a slight save. Kind of more realism in that, because that does happen in real football as well. But smash a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.